having us back again for the monthly update on Hurricane Helene recovery operations. I want to recognize my Deputy Director, Adrian Jones, who's here this evening. Appreciate her continued leadership and work on Helene recovery, as well as her normal daily duties that she takes care of.
Can I interrupt you just 1 second?
Yes.
Thanks for the nuggets.
You're welcome.
Today is day 349 of the Emergency Operations Center's work with regard to Hurricane Helene through preparedness, response, and now recovery. And as everyone knows, we are approaching the 1-year anniversary, and I'll speak of that here in just a few minutes. When we look at our recovery operation, as of today, we still have 4 active areas, including debris management, private roads and bridges, housing repairs, hazard mitigation, and then the emergency watershed protection program to ensure stabilizations of our creeks and rivers. On the debris front, the Army Corps has ended the waterway debris mission. We are scheduled to meet with North Carolina emergency management officials this week concerning the SMART program for another mission. I would call this round 2 for waterway debris that we know is still present. And we have submitted over 200 points, coordinates that our office collected and has been managing and coordinating with North Carolina Emergency Management for eligibility and potential removal of that debris. Here's the graphic from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers as of yesterday. 1,365,282 cubic yards of debris. Over 1 million cubic yards of that debris came out of our waterways, with the remainder of that figure coming off of right-of-ways and now off of personal property. Individuals or residents who signed up for the Personal Property Debris Removal Program, also known as PPDR, there were 1,441 parcels that applied for debris removal. Of those, the Army Corps has awarded 1,294 to contractors. They've completed 1,104 parcels, and that work continues on a daily basis. Last week they were averaging 25 to 30 crews per day in McDowell County.
Well, let me interrupt you right there just a second. What would be a reason that someone might be denied?
That's a great question. A couple things. Number one, PPDR, or personal property debris removal, is designed, the eligibility determination comes from FEMA. It is determined whether the debris is on maintained property. So if they look at aerial images pre-Helene to determine whether the property was grass, maintained. Anything that is in the woods is considered not maintained and is not eligible. There's certain criteria for leaners. The tree has to be threatening property or a driveway or some type of infrastructure. And then as we have moved on to the applications that are considered demolition applications, the residents had to be occupied when the storm hit. So we've seen some applications denied for a structure that wasn't being lived in. There's various reasons. What our office has done, and we do this multiple times a day, is act as the liaison for the resident and work with the Army Corps and FEMA if there is a question about eligibility, to see if we can get it resolved favorably for the resident if it's something that we feel should be eligible.